What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and I'm just gonna get right into the meat and potatoes of this. The worst movie that I've seen all year, and this is the only one on my list of worst movies, even though I did see some movies I didn't like, I didn't care for, but compared to this movie, I can't complain about anything else I saw this year. And of course it's Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. So I've seen everything. The only big movies that I have not seen this year: Angry Birds, if you want to consider that a big one. Star Wars hasn't came out yet. I'm recording this 12/12/16. Star Wars hasn't came out yet. I have not seen Moana and Fantastic Beasts yet. I'll probably watch that sometime this week. And around Christmas time, I'd have my reviews up for like Fences, the NASA women was technically true, the NASA movie with Taraji and hello, you know what I'm talking about, Janelle Monáe. So that review will be up. But like, there are movies I didn't like this year, like Secret Life of Pets. I thought Suicide Squad could have been better, but like I said, compared to Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, I can't complain. I honestly can't complain about those movies. Like, especially Suicide Squad, after being the next movie after that, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the next movie in the DC series after Dawn of Justice. It was a step up. They're going in the right direction, and that movie had a lot of reshoots and things like that, yada yada yada. And I don't know. It's just like, I did not. I promise you guys, if there was one, I did not. When it was Batman vs Superman and we got the first trailer with Batman, you know, Ben Affleck on the roof looking up in the goddamn the Iron Batman suit, ready to fight Superman. You see Superman come with the red eyes. I was like, oh, that's kind of hype. And then they start adding Dawn of Justice. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're making this and that. It's like, oh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Like, do one and then do the other. You could have had what they're rushing. DC was rushing at the time. Like, Dawn of Justice and Batman vs Superman, clearly two different movies. It was in the goddamn thing. Batman vs Superman, line, Dawn of Justice. Like, it was literally a fraction. It was a division problem. Batman vs Superman divided by Dawn of Justice is gonna give you half and half of these movies, and we're gonna throw it all together, and then bam. The fuck? Oh, I hated this movie so much. And I will say, if you guys look at the description down below, you guys know I like people like Jeremy Jahns, Corey Coleman and them off Double Toasted, Andre, and do you know, who did I miss? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Emergency Awesome, Charlie, like those, Andre, that's it, Andre, please, whatever. I love those guys, and I try not to be influenced by that, but I did not want to see that movie going into it, so I can't say I'm even influenced. I knew it was gonna be bad, and I'm a what's the word I want to use? Friendly moviegoer. So if something's funny, like when I was watching the Kevin Hart movie, when everybody's ruffling, it's okay to ruffle in that movie. But when you're watching a movie like say Civil War or something like that, where they have funny scenes and everybody's gonna ha 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 giggle, or if it's like an Easter egg moment, like, oh, I get that. You're gonna have those moments, but other than that, I try to keep my excitement and talking to a minimum. But an hour and a half into Batman versus Superman, I was pissed. I was frustrated. My friends wouldn't let me go to the car. I just wanted to go. I was so fed up with that movie. It was bad. It is bad. I mean, Bruce Willis. I was about to say Bruce Affleck. Ben Affleck as Batman is really, really good. I can't wait to see his movie. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I want to see the movie. The movie looks really, really good from the trailers. The Flash, Cyborg, or should I say Android or CG? I've got to see those. I'm not used to that more robotic looking Flash suit, so I got to get used to it. But Ezra Miller seems to be decent in his role. I don't know, I gotta do more research on the black guy who's playing Cyborg. I feel like I've seen him before, I just don't know who he is. Henry Cavill as Superman is something that hopefully they'll start doing right by Superman in the next couple of movies. And like I said, Ben Affleck is good. Hopefully, just from now, once they start doing all these separate movies and things like that. But we're getting Justice League next year. Now I think about it. So getting Wonder Woman, then Justice League, and then what are we getting after that? I think we're getting the Batman movie after that. So I gotta remember the order, but too much, and it was just bad. It was just bad. First of all, nothing in that movie made sense. Like, the only consistent plot line driving this story together was the one thing that I enjoyed, but apparently everybody else didn't like, was Jesse Eisenberg. Everybody was hating on his Lex Luthor performance. I was like, but whatever. Yeah, was it good for a Lex Luthor? No, but was it the most entertaining thing in that movie besides the Batman scenes? Yes. Like, nothing made sense. Like, there was so much stupidity. Like, you can hear Lois's heartbeat from around the world, but your mother is being tortured and kidnapped right now. The woman who took you out of that space pod cradled that big ass noggin of yours and said, let's keep it. Let's keep it. I feel the force in this one. I think a Jedi just landed on us, but no, they got a Kryptonian, I should say, that makes bad movies. And the problem with Superman is what they need to do. Like, let's say, if I were, let's book this. If I were making a Superman movie, I'm not doing an origin story. Like, what they did in Man of Steel was cool, like the flashbacks and things like that. I know everybody's doing that. I like that. And I like the Man of Steel movie. Was it a good movie? No. Was it a bad movie? No. It was the movie. So, no, it really wasn't. But if I had to do a Superman story, I wouldn't do an origin story. So we all know this nigga from Krypton. We all know, they saved him on the farm. He's a farm boy. Clark Kent by day, Superman by night, or during the day. It doesn't make a difference. Whenever there's trouble. I was about to do the Kim Possible thing, but I can't remember for a second. It's in my head now. Like, I got the full song going in my head, but you start off with, Superman versus Doomsday or something like that, a big threat, and you have Lex Luthor in the background. Like, it needs to be like the Legion of Doom, like a couple of members of the Legion of Doom working to get rid of Superman, and Lex Luthor is like, the smart one, so him and Brainiac coming out with some kind of machine to depower Superman, and over the course of the next couple of movies, you brought him down to maybe like Wonder Woman-esque level, and now he has to work to become that super all-powerful Superman that we know and some of us love. So instead of doing, because Superman is OP. Superman is like Goku in a situation like that. That's what everybody wants to know. I want to see now, never mind, we'll talk about that way later down the line. Like a Goku versus Superman fight, now that we know shit. Or no, not Goku versus Superman. Vegito Blue versus Superman. I know a lot of people don't even care or know what I'm talking about right now, but if you watch Dragon Ball Z/Dragon Ball Super, you know what I'm talking about. So I think that would be a good way to do a Superman movie or Superman trilogy of movies, and then you establish a Legion of Doom. These are the reasons why Superman is depowered, like not all the way like, human level or things like that. That'd be kind of cool though. Like in the first movie, he's getting training from Batman and like Earth level like Batman, or you didn't have to have Batman, like Green Arrow, Cyborg, just people like Earth level. I know I said Cyborg, but Earth level heroes to help Superman like cope with not having his powers anymore and train him how to fight. And then like he slowly starts, like I said, over the movie starts getting his power back. And in the last movie, it can be him versus Doomsday, one final time. And I just think that would be a good way to make a Superman movie. And we've seen good Batman movies. Thank you, Christopher Nolan. But when it comes to Superman, he's just too overpowered. And then you put him in a movie where the opposite force is just an abomination, and it's supposed to be it was supposed to be in Doomsday, not Doomsday. It was supposed to have been I forgot who it was supposed to have been, but it wasn't that person. The point is, it doesn't matter. So Lois Lane you know, the whole Martha thing, that was one of them things that I think a lot of people, even us comic book fans, didn't even realize. Like, holy shit, they both, and that's that plot device. And so, Martha, you gotta say Martha. How do you know that name? Martha. It's his mother. But oh my god! Just because this man, you are set out on the, I don't, anything like Martha. It'd have been different if there was. It was like they said, Lex set this whole thing up. It was like Lex's puppet show, and this should have been the Lex. This should have been the Lex Luthor movie. If this was like the Lex Luthor movie to show how he can manipulate villain or manipulate people to do what he wants without getting his hands dirty, that would have been great. Him and Brainiac, this should have been their movie. It then would have made more sense to, like, you know, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. You have other, Wonder Woman coming in to stop and try to break up the monotonous fighting. Like I said, we saw the Flash, we saw Aquaman. I forgot about Jason Momoa. I want to see the Aquaman movie. Oh, that's gonna be the best movie ever. And if it's not, I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna cry because the way they're pitching the Aquaman movie is like some kind of underwater space horror movie. Underwater space. This underwater horror movie type thing, and exploring, like, we don't know what's down there. So what does Aquaman have to deal with on a daily basis? Anyways, that's probably like the worst movie, and there's so much more I can rip apart in that movie, but we had several discussions on this movie. I just think this is the worst movie in a long time, not just 2016. And I like watching bad movies just because to laugh at them, but this wasn't funny. This wasn't funny. Like, I can probably, like, right now my mind is gone because thinking about this movie, but sometimes there are just bad movies that are just funny, not intentionally funny, like The Pursuit of Happiness. The Pursuit of Happiness is one of the movies. It's supposed to be inspirational and yada yada yada. I don't remember if it won any awards and things like that, but the movie is supposed to be like this inspirational flick, but I found it funny the whole way through. I was just laughing and giggling and hee 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 and all that whole way. It was funny to me. Just, I don't know, other people's pain. I know I'm a horrible person. I already know I'm going to hell, and I already have an escape plan. So, Batman vs Superman for me is the worst movie of 20. You want a list? Batman vs Superman number 10, Batman vs Superman number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and your honorable mentions: Batman vs Superman, Batman vs Superman, Batman vs Superman, and Dawn of Justice. But worst movie of 2016, number 1 on this list: Batman vs Superman. What is if you guys actually have a list, and just leave me your suggestions of Batman vs Superman, of bad movies. Just leave me your suggestion of bad movies down below, and I'll probably at the end of the year, once the comments start coming through, I'll just like, oh yeah, that was a bad movie, and it'll just be like movies, and I'll title that movies Dawn of Justice made look good. I'm a genius. But anyways, let's wrap this up. Like I said, do you like my idea of a new Superman trilogy of him starting off the movie, like the first 30 minutes, he's fighting the Legion of Doom, then they find a way to take his powers away, and then the rest of the trilogy, he's slowly working his way back up to glory. That way you have a more humanized Superman, and then the rise of getting the powers and yada yada yada. So I just think that's a good idea. Leave yours down below. Like I said, share this video out with your friends so they can get in on the discussion. Like this video if you have not already, and subscribing is always a thing. If you have subscribed already, please make sure you hit the little bell button that comes up after you subscribe to make sure you get all of the daily content, because I do try to post at least one video every day month. Please follow all the links in the description down below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch will always be down there for your pleasure to follow me on anything other than this YouTube platform. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. But with all of that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer. There should be some, I don't know, this is new to the links that are right here on the screen now in front of my face and things like that. Click on those. The little circle is also a way to subscribe. With all that being said, Shawn DaGamer, and I